Hi YouTube, my name is Chris Bollins. I'm from Genoa City, Wisconsin. Today I'm going to give you a little presentation of mine on epilepsy awareness. I never dreamed my life would turn out the way that it did. Growing up, I always wanted to be a marine biologist, a paramedic, a veterinarian, or even a fireman. However, all of that changed when I was 3 years old, and I fell down some steps and I developed epilepsy. So what is it like growing up having a disability such as epilepsy? Well, it's not easy. For example, there are a lot of side effects that come from having epilepsy, such as rapid thoughts, memory loss, reoccurring thoughts. A lot of things can set off, such as lack of sleep. Stress is a big killer for having a seizure. Being bullied, harassed, made fun of. Anything like that can create mental stress, and the more mental stress that a person with epilepsy has, the easier it is for them to develop a seizure disorder, have a seizure. Sometimes they may mix up their words a little bit. I can go on and on about the different side effects that a person goes through, or you can simply Google them. Well, the point I'm trying to make here is a lot of people who have disabilities like epilepsy, they're misunderstood because people, when they hear the word disability, they think that maybe you're in a wheelchair or you have some type of retardness or something else. They don't think about invisible disabilities such as diabetes, epilepsy, or any other type of problem. Maybe even with your kidneys or your liver. Something you can't see. And because people don't understand it, they tend to judge you wrongly because of it. For example, a person with epilepsy, sometimes they are fast at their job, other times they're slow. It's not something they can help. But people that don't know you well enough judge you and think you're not doing your job. But why don't they ask questions, right? I mean, isn't that how we all learn? By asking questions. Well, most people don't ask questions because they think they have all the answers, that they're right about everything. When, in truth, they're just being a little ignorant about themselves. It's unfortunate, but little things like that do happen. Living a stress-free life when you're epileptic is essential, if it's at all possible in your life. Getting enough rest is essential. Being on the right type of medication is essential, because if you're not, and you even miss some medication, you can have a seizure, and that seizure can go into different types of seizures. You could have a grand mal. You could have an absent seizure where they're so quick, people don't even realize you're having one. It's like a quick stare. You may be able to respond back and talk to the person, yet you yourself may not understand what you're saying for a minute or two because of it. It all has to do with your brain and how fast or slow your brain works. Another type of epilepsy, at least that I have, it's called tonic-clonic seizure, or the commonly known one, drop seizure. It's where your head drops and your body shakes. A lot of different things can happen to you when you have a seizure. That's why it's essential that if you do have people in your life that have them, that you teach them, friends, family members, even coworkers if you trust them enough, teach them about what you need help with if you ever have one. There are a lot of people in the world that I've had personal experiences with that I've told them this, and they've laughed at me, and they made fun of me. I remember there was a crew chief a few years back. I won't say his name, but he made fun of me because I told him I had epilepsy. His exact words were, "Don't get me started on your lie about having epilepsy." Was that appropriate? No. It's poor management, poor leadership, and most importantly, they're making fun of a person who has a disability. So if you ever come across problems with a person who's disabled, it's essential that you understand them, understand what they're going through. Ask them questions about themselves. Ask them what they struggle with, so you understand them. And by doing this, you may even find a new friend, and that friend may turn out to be your best friend. I mean, may be concerned at first in trusting people with your secret, but once they know, if you find the right person, they may just be understandable enough that they won't care about your disability. All they'll care about is you as a person. It's important that we don't judge anyone nowadays. Because if you judge a person, how are you any better than anyone else? It's that old saying, don't judge or you too will be judged. I think that's a fair enough assumption. So in closing, I just want to say, when it comes to people who are disabled, or anyone in general, treat them the same way you want to be treated. With kindness, integrity, and respect. Because if you don't do that, you never know. You may end up having the same type of disability and end up wanting what you could have given them. Have a good weekend.